A child stolen by a monkey. A local paper reports a somewhat remarkable case of purloining a child, which occurred in the small village of Manxbridge in Somersetshire on Monday last. It appears that Mr. Judcote, a gentleman of independent means, has for a long time kept a large monkey, who has been accustomed to range over his master's garden and grounds, as the creature was esteemed harmless and, to use a sporting phrase, was warranted to be free from vice. On Monday last, Mrs. Hemingway, near neighbour of Mr. Judcote's, while walking in her garden, was surprised and horrified at beholding Hulch, Mr. Judcote's monkey, suddenly snatch her baby from the arms of her youngest sister Clara, who, as a special favour, had been permitted to take charge of the infant. The monkey, gibbering and chattering, rushed off with its prize, and, gaining the roof of an outhouse with very little difficulty, Mrs. Hemingway was driven to the uttermost extremity of despair, and she vainly strove to repossess herself of her last-born. She beheld, to her infinite horror, the monkey pass over the roof of the outhouse until he and his burden were both lost to sight. The anxious mother at once hastened to the house of her neighbour, Mr. Judcote, who appeared to be as much troubled as herself at the unlooked-for disaster. His manservants were dispatched in every direction in search of Hulch, who was, however, too wary to allow his hiding place to be discovered. In the meantime, the parents of the child were kept in a constant state of anxiety and trepidation. It was impossible to say what had befallen the child. The day passed over without any news of either Hulch or the infant, and it was by the merest chance that both fugitives were discovered, by some farm labourers in an adjacent wood towards 8 o'clock in the evening. At this time, Hulch seemed to be tired of his companion, whom he purposely resigned to the farm servants. The delight of the parents upon regaining their child may be more readily imagined than described.